right now from Armor for Sleep. We recently did a little phoner on the phone. Ben, how's it going?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. It seems like I've known you for a very long time because we've done so many phone interviews. I actually one time did one with Ben and I didn't push record. So, I mean, luckily we got video coming your way now. So, you're in Chico, you're on tour with Saosin. How's it going so far? And what's the vibe?
It's been awesome. I mean, this tour's only been like 3 weeks long, so it's wrapping up, but it's been awesome, man. Everyone in Saosin is really cool, and I guess our CD has been out for a couple months, so we're finally seeing like the reaction of the new songs with the kids at the shows, and it's just been awesome, man.
Yeah, and I was talking to you before about you playing some of the new stuff you couldn't play before, so have you been doing that on this tour, and how's it been working out?
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, we're getting to play a couple songs that we've never gotten to play on this record, and it's been really fun knowing that they're successful live, and it's just great, man. We're so
and it just seems like there's so much, like seriously, how much does really positive energy play a role on going on a tour with bands that you've either met or you haven't met before, but how much does positive energy take a factor on going on tour?
So much, man. Like, you wouldn't, like, a normal person would go to a show and they see, like, you know, a tour that comes through and you don't really know the relationship between the bands, but a lot of times the headliner kind of takes authority over the other bands and tells different bands that they can't have their drum set on the riser and like you can only play this loud if you're opening up for them. And it's a bum out. We've been on tours with bands that, you know, basically don't let us do anything, but Saosin have basically treated us like, you know, like we've been best friends for years, and like to have a band who's that cool to you and to have, you know, different bands that are so nice to each other, it really makes you like want to get out and rock it every night, and it does change how much positive energy you have on a nightly basis.
And you were just talking about that. Did you hear about the whole Medina Lake and Cody and Cambria incident?
I heard that there was a fight the other night.
Long story short, it's kind of just going back to what you were saying about Medina Lake having, you know, throwing some balloons with, you know, stuff and like, not graffiti or whatever. But anyway, Claudio didn't want it to happen. Long story short, they ended up getting a fight over it. But it goes to show you, like, you know, they didn't want them to have confetti on their set because they wanted it to be clear for them. You know?
Exactly.
So they're butt heads. There's obviously negative energy there. So it kind of now the tour's probably all etchy sketch. So, but it's good, like you said, to have positive energy when you're going on tour with these bands.
Yeah.
So what are some of the places you like are looking forward to going or already went to? I mean, what's some?
I mean, we played some awesome cities that we love to play. Dallas was an awesome show on this tour. We love going to Dallas, and I guess today's our first day in California, and we're excited to be here. Chico's an awesome city, and I'm excited to play tonight. I heard, you know, it's gonna be a crazy show.
Yeah.
It's a nice little theater we're in tonight, so.
And you guys will be coming back on the Bamboozle Road Show to Set Your Goals, Save the Day, so that's gonna be awesome again too. So we'll definitely be meeting up with Ben in a couple months. Bamboozle, are you stoked on that or what?
Yes, it's awesome. We haven't played on Bamboozle West yet, but Bamboozle, New Jersey, like we played it for the first time like 5 years ago, and you know it was a couple thousand kids, and it was definitely huge. But last year when we played, it was in the parking lot of Giant Stadium, and we had about 30,000 people watching us. So it's just crazy, man. I mean, like since the scene has grown over the past 5 years, so has Bamboozle, and it's cool since we're from New Jersey. I guess we're kind of like one of the hometown bands for them. And it's cool to be a part of that.
Well, yeah, and this, like you said, the scene grows, it's growing, and you guys are definitely like, I can name off a couple other bands, like Newfound, like tough, like bands like that, who kind of like were there in the beginning, and it's kind of cool to see you guys still putting out albums and still like doing the vibe. Because you see a lot of other bands who I've talked to have been like, yeah, Armor for Sleep's inspired me, you know what I mean? It's really, so how does it feel to be still doing it and seeing like other bands like come up to you or saying like, man,
I mean, that's like really weird. We were talking about this the other day, how we've always just like felt like we're like the new young band, you know, like other bands that we always looked up to took us out on tour. We were always the rookies, and to have other bands that we tour with come up to us and say like, man, like you guys were one of the first bands that I got into. It's like weird. It's like really like we were the ones who were like, you know, on the other side of that a few years ago, and it's just weird. I mean, like it's awesome that, you know, we've influenced people who were in bands at the same time, like. You know, at the show we played last night, I talked to so many like 14-year-old girls who like it was their first show that they ever went to, and like we were like, you know, the first like live experience they've had. So like we're like, you know, an influence on one hand, and at the same time we're still, you know, playing to like new kids. So
yeah, weird. No, that's awesome. Like you guys are just honestly, you guys are on something good. You guys have been for a while. Like the one cool thing is with the band is that like him, like Jorgensen, Newfound Glory, all these bands that I've listened to that really inspired me, and like here I am sitting next to him. Ben, like honestly, this is awesome. Like, give me a high five, dude. High five for sure. Okay, so the Zeitgeist. You've seen the movie Zeitgeist, and I talked about it on the phone. I just love that because not many people have seen it, and I want to talk to you about it a little bit more on camera. And I don't know, so let's talk a little bit about it. It's like, so what do you overall think about it? I know we went on it in the paper. Go to synthesis.net to check out the rest of the interview, handwritten, not video. But I don't know, what do you think about the movie though?
I think it's like, it's really weird. If you guys haven't seen it, you should check it out. It talks about a lot of things that I feel like are still very taboo with, especially like kids our age to talk about, and it's kind of weird finding other people who are comfortable talking about it. Like I feel like, you know, it's like this weird like if you believe this stuff, you're like a freak. But I think you know, I think there's a lot of stuff in that movie that you can go out and research on your own after you've seen it, so you don't feel like you're being brainwashed. But it's just weird, man. I mean, like anybody who thinks a government isn't capable of, you know, certain evils, I think is kind of living in like a dream world, you know? I mean, I think it's our job as citizens to question what our government is doing, and why shouldn't we, you know?
Yeah, well, it's kind of like the industry too, like smile for the camera, like, you know, kind of like, I don't know the meaning of that song, kind of tell you about all the BS people don't see. I mean, you see like music videos, you know, you see your favorite band, but you don't really see like the kind of stuff they go through. I mean, the industry is kind of like, in a way, I'm gonna use this word, we're gonna beat it out. Like, how do you do it? Like, how to get your mind to where you can just play music and not let that get to you? Like, what do you do?
Well, it's like, you know, the only thing, you know, I can spend as much time as the next dude in band worrying about how many records did we sell this week, and like, sure, like I can get caught up in that, but honestly, the most important thing is when I meet someone at a show who tells me, you know, that like this album or this song helped him through this, and it's like some kid who I've never met before, who I'll probably never meet again, and like he could tell me he didn't pay for the album, maybe like, you know, I never received any money from him downloading the album, but the fact that like a song that we made affected somebody's life, that is real, and you can't put a price on that. And no matter what, like no matter how messed up the music industry is, like the fact that we have done that, even if it's like a small number of people who we've affected, like that to me is like priceless.
That's awesome, because unfortunately, I don't know, not a lot of bands, I don't know, you're so genuine, you're so outgoing, I can just tell by sitting next to you, just overall just a nice guy. He is, and take my word for it if you haven't met him, and go try to meet him. And that's another cool thing about you guys try, if you have time, you'll go out there and you'll try to talk to your fans, like, I don't know, to me that's pretty cool. Why don't you think, like I talked about this before also, why are bands kind of...
I don't know, man, I think it's just like a personality thing, you know what I mean? Like I could say it's like how we were brought up, but I think, I mean, I guess I can only speak for myself, but I like going out there and meeting new people every night. Like I would get bored if I went on tour and sat on my bus all day long. Like to me, you know, like if somebody invites me out to like go get dinner after the show and I don't know them, I'll just go to like have an experience. Like I just like doing stuff and meeting new people, so like, you know, meeting our fans is just a new way for me to like be social and meet people and talk about stuff. You know?
And did you vote?
I did.
Sweet. All right, let's tell everybody to go out, and if you still haven't, if you can, go vote, do it. If you're 18, get it done. It's honestly good. And don't you think if you don't vote, you really don't have a right to bitch about anything going on? That's true. That's true. All right, take your time to say something to your fans right now. I know the tour's almost wrapping up, but you got a bunch of other stuff coming up. So.
I guess if you're our fan, thank you for listening, and we appreciate your business.
Well, Ben, thank you so much.
Thank you, my friend.
Hey, it's been a pleasure. Definitely. The Weekly, if you live in Chico, go check it out. And synthesis.net. And Video Matt, band from Armor Sleep, signing out. Check it out. Peace.